gentlemen, we are now moving into the professional boxing bouts of the evening. This first one is 4 rounds in the super featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting in the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner. Please welcome Lucio Zuniga.
All pro boxing from here on out. We start out the pro fights in the 133-pound division with Mr. Lucio Zuniga making his way to the ring right now. Checking out the tail of the tape here. Mr. Zuniga comes to us, youngest on the card so far at 18 years old versus the 10-year-older at 28, Carl Rogers. Mr. Zuniga taller at 6 foot versus 5'5", so a distinct height and reach advantage there. Zuniga comes to us with a 3-0 record. Mr. Rogers with a 1-0 record. I get to say it. Somebody's has got to go.
I'll never steal your line until I do.
Carl Rogers.
Wouldn't want to be a judge.
My favorite style of shorts, the gladiator
Got
shorts.
the gladiator trunks. I am a warrior.
And Mr. Rogers coming out, trying to establish this is his neighborhood.
Wearing the army trunks. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh.
I got jokes too.
That's actually really good.
Professional boxing bout is brought to you by Ops Distributing. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner. From Aurora, Colorado, representing TLC Boxing. Please welcome Lucio Gallo de Oro Zuniga! And fighting out the Larry H. Miller Nissan on the 104th blue corner. From Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, representing R&M Boxing, please welcome Carl the Cyclone Rogers!
All righty, gentlemen, it's a pro card. Let's have a great fight. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Questions out of the blue corner, questions out of the red corner. Touch gloves, guys, let's do it.
4 3-minute rounds in this 133-pound fight. Mr. Zuniga wears the gladiator trunks. His opponent wearing the army trunks, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, nicknamed the Cyclone. Let's see if that's how he starts.
Be very interested to see how he does with his height disadvantage. He looks to be moving real quick.
And Zuniga, last time we saw him, we were both really impressed with this young man and basically left the arena talking about it and saying, here's a gentleman that we think has a very, very bright future.
And such great head movement. I mean, right there, standing in the pocket, just moving his head out of the way. And at 6 foot, to fight in this weight class is such, I would say an advantage, but if you got a guy that's a good body striker, it could play the opposite way.
That's the only thing, although Zuniga has a good build in that he's got long upper arms, and even with his gloves up in his guard position, his elbows are near down to his hips. So just really a sort of a picture-perfect build for where he's at.
And I really like what he's doing. He's not staying outside of the pocket. He's using his head movement to slip punches, trying to counter on his own.
Oh, big shot. Landed well for Zuniga there. And the corner of Zuniga saying, tear up that body. Oh, and a good shot landed for Rogers there.
And Rogers doing a really good job of trying to negate that height by standing close and looping some big punches up towards the head of Zuniga. Just hasn't quite found that sweet spot yet.
Pro fighters both looking very, very calm. And that was clearly a push. And immediately Rogers saying, hey, I'm sorry about that. He He knew he did wrong. Rogers wanted to touch a glove, says an apology, and corner of Zuniga saying, don't touch, don't touch. And back to punch, punch we go.
Yes, sir. And I am just super impressed with the way Zuniga moves his head as a taller fighter like that to still stay in the pocket and make punches miss. Very impressive.
Yeah, his ability to move his trunk is really quite impressive. I don't know what you were doing when you were 18, but I wasn't putting in the work to be a professional athlete when I was 18.
I'd have to agree with you on that one. What really impresses me, too, is you would think at 6 foot and 133, Zuniga's power wouldn't be there. But he does a very, very good job of using his leverage to create torque.
Yeah, a lot of good technique in his punches, very precise. Good end of the round there for Zuniga, got off a couple of good shots. If you're in the corner of Rogers, what kind of adjustments are you hoping to make?
If I'm in the corner of Rogers, I was telling him he needs to work the body. He's throwing just a gratuitous amount of hooks at Zuniga's head, and it's not landing. You can't move your trunk as good as you can move your head. So get in there, really dig some body shots, and try to affect him that way, and then bring him upstairs.
Checking out the Larry H. Millen Nissan on 104th replay here, and we're talking about the movement of Zuniga, and right at the beginning of that replay, we saw him coming up from having been ducked underneath his opponent's punches, and all night long he's just doing such a nice job of evading, even when he's in close with what we would think would be Mr. Rogers' range.
He does a good job. You can see when he throws that overhand right, it comes up and then it torques over and he comes down with it.
It's like a leg kick.
It's exactly like a leg kick. You read my mind. That's exactly where I was going. And he just generates so much power with that move. It's very impressive from somebody his size. We go up, and then we come down. Good shots right off the bat by both fighters.
Looked like Rogers wanted to come out and get a really fast start, and Zuniga stung him and took that start right away. And again, the corner of Zuniga calling for body work.
Ooh, big right body shot.
Listens to his corner.
Another big kidney shot.
Zuniga's corner just had a funny line. Said he's out of gas, and gas is expensive these days.
Ooh, big left hook by Rogers. Just throwing a lot of those. They just haven't landed. Like I said, I'd like to see him go to the body a little bit. He's headhunting right now.
Yeah, how many times do you work and try a technique and not have any effect with it before you change tactics? Blistering body shot. Oh.
That hurts.
Rogers
you can see that he's hurt.
in
He's
some trouble there.
Really well.
Referee told Zuniga to keep the punches up, and Rogers thought they were taking a break for a second. And again, Zuniga told to keep his punches up.
Yeah, that one was almost pushed down by Rogers, though. Another big body shot to the right side.
Now
big
Rogers tries to answer back with it.
Big left hook lands. Zuniga wears it well and just stalking Rogers down right now.
Zuniga faked to the head there, put his hand out, and then dropped down with the left hand to the liver.
There we go. Now Rogers is working a little bit more body shots. That's what I'd like to see out of him for a little bit more. It almost looked like
a knee strike came up there. Rogers is in some trouble here.
Needs to circle out. Definitely needs to cut an angle, circle out of this corner. He cannot sit in the corner with Zuniga. He's too long. Nice. He's going to get picked apart.
Nice uppercut by Zuniga off the rear hand. Oh, just so good with his vision is Zuniga. And that was clearly on the hip. I have a feeling the referee's going to go talk to Mr. Zuniga between rounds about keeping those punches up, because that was 3 in this round.
Yeah, stiff jab.
10-second clacker. Both fighters trying to get off a couple of telling shots.
Very impressed with Zuniga's footwork at the end of that round as well, but Rogers came back a little bit, started throwing some body shots, landed a couple good ones to Zuniga's sternum. I think he needs to focus on that. Right now he's down 2 rounds, but there's 2 rounds left. So, just zone himself back in, realize he's not quite out of the fight. He doesn't have to headhunt. Try to score some points.
Yeah, and let's check out the replay for a second, then I'll make my point. Just able to, bend himself in half and get underneath the shorter fighter in order to evade punches, and then roll the shoulders and slip the head and bob and weave. And Zuniga, just so many different ways that he's evading punches while standing within, like I said, what we would normally think to be the range of Rogers.
And Rogers is powerful. I mean, if he can land one of those big punches, it's going to have an effect, but he's got to set it up a little bit better.
Yes. And as I was going to say before the replay there, you're talking about headhunting, and to credit of Zuniga's corner, they are asking him to go to the body. They're not wanting him to headhunt. So exactly what you were saying. Round 3 of 4. Everything else had been 3-minute rounds. Referee had the fighters touch gloves, which they usually do before the last round. I wonder if Mr. Mills thinks maybe this is a 3-round fight. We'll see.
A couple of big shots from both fighters this round. Very active. Both fighters landing a good body shot by Rogers there.
Oh,
big right hand.
And my gosh, can Zuniga take a punch? Wow.
He wore that extremely well.
Yes, indeed.
But that's exactly what Rogers needs to do. That was set up by him throwing some body shots and then coming back over the top. I like his style this round.
Yes, Rogers again working toward the body and then trying to come upstairs.
The sweat is a-flying here in round number 3. What'll be interesting to see, however, is these are 3-minute rounds. This is a professional fight. Be interesting to see if Rogers can keep this pace the entire round.
Oh.
Looked a little bit low.
Yeah, it did from our vantage point. Referee didn't say so. Staggered in his footwork there is Rogers. That was from the right hand. Oh.
That looked low again.
Yes, it did.
Referee Mills is just on the wrong side.
Yeah.
It's not something he can see.
Right. Oh, and the mouthpiece is out of Zuniga. He took a hard shot. Rogers looking to flurry here. Little break in the action will get that mouthpiece replaced.
Rogers is upset that he stopped the fight, but when the mouthpiece comes out, the referee's going to wait for a lull in the action, and that was his fault for taking a step back.
Agreed. Zuniga wants to get that back, but Rogers with the left hand now.
Rogers connecting really well now in this round.
Good shots from Rogers. By far the best sequence of the fight for Rogers.
This is probably the most I've seen Zuniga get hit. Nice leaping in left hook by Zuniga.
Oh,
a big right hand.
Right hand and a left.
Rogers
Zuniga
is dropping bombs, and Zuniga is wearing them well.
Zuniga back on his heels for a second, but then literally rocked forward and stepped in with it. By far the best series of the fight for Rogers. Zuniga looking to get it back here toward the end of the round.
Now Rogers needs to finish this round strong. Make sure he keeps it in his favor. Don't let the judges get swayed in the last 10 seconds. Another big left hand by Rogers. And that's going to end the round. Beautiful round. I think Rogers stole that one.
Agreed. And not necessarily stole it. I think he just worked for it. Yeah.
Good round for Rogers. And that was all set up in the beginning of that round. He came out and he started throwing body shots again, managed to come over the top with that right hand. And then from there, I think it just took Zuniga off his game a little bit. Here's the replay.
Not quite sure where we are in the fight with this replay here. It was after Rogers had landed a couple of good shots. Zuniga trying to gather himself.
Boom, right there. There was the
there
shot
goes the
that
mouthpiece.
made the mouthpiece come out. Yes.
And man, look at Zuniga look to answer back. But Rogers, nice job.
Impressive round. Let's see what round 4 has in store if Rogers comes out and picks up where he left off.
Zuniga told to keep him up again.
Zuniga coming out and trying to pressure, wants to make sure he doesn't lose this round, obviously.
Right. 4-round fight, lose 2. Don't want to walk out with the draw.
Yeah, Rogers, big body shot. That hurt Zuniga. He's clutching that chest. That went right to the solar plexus. Big right hand, another left. Rogers connecting well this round.
Rogers senses it too. Keeping up his pressure, but not flurrying so much that he punches himself out. Wise fighting by Rogers here.
Ooh,
but he's a hard shot, and again and again.
Shots.
Like Zuniga just kind of lost track of his opponent for a second, ate a couple shots, but then landed a few bombs of his own. Oh, big left hand. That turned Rogers.
Big body shot again.
Boy, that's as good as it gets.
And props to Rogers' body conditioning. Those are hard shots. You can hear him thump over here. And to be able to absorb those and keep coming forward is impressive. Zuniga really trying to put the pressure on now in the corner. You can see Rogers taking a deep breath. Huge left hook.
Zuniga comes back well. Zuniga rolling with the punches now.
Woo, big right and left by Rogers.
Wow, both these guys landing seriously damaging shots. And the mouthpiece is out.
All the way out onto the floor. That's going to need to get washed
Yeah, I was going to
off.
say, you're going to need to take that one over to the corner.
Rub some dirt on it, as they would say. We got 54 seconds left in round number 4. Let's see how this finishes out. It's been fireworks so far.
Wow. What a great fight. Man, we talk about the card just keep building and building and building, and these guys taking it to the top. Both these guys can take such a shot. Wow, and to the body and to the head. So tough.
Another big body shot.
Yeah, Zuniga
I'm very impressed
digging
with
away.
the way he digs those in from the angle that he does. He's literally bent over at 90 degrees and just leverages up.
Bent over and twisting and just lets his body uncoil into the punch. And Zuniga looking to put a good end on the round. What a highly entertaining fight. Wow.
That was a great fight.
And Zuniga just 18 years old. My gracious.
And JR, I feel like Zuniga probably did enough in that round to win the round. But it's either a win for Zuniga or it's a draw.
Or it's a draw. The first 2 rounds I thought clearly went to Zuniga. The 3rd round, you and I both agree, went to Rogers. 4th round, I'm in agreement with you. I think Zuniga did enough. But if the judges say that it went to Rogers, I can kind of see that.
Yep.
Checking out the Larry H. Miller Nissan replay here. And man, both these guys just so tough, just grinding out this fight and keeping their techniques clean and crisp. None of the faltering and flailing that you can see sometimes. And as fights wear on and fighters have taken a lot of really hard shots, and that's why these guys are showing to us that they belong in a professional fight.
And I'm very impressed with Rogers. A lot of times your more muscled fighters tend to not have as big of a gas tank. He fought at a very high pace and matched Zuniga punch for punch right through the end of round number 4. That was an impressive show of cardio by both gentlemen.
That it was. Corner of Zuniga getting the crowd charged up.
Judges to tally up their decisions. Mr. Cody to come in and let us know how it all played out. Much fancier rope than my rope.
Checking out the replay again here. Nice uppercut there, landed for Rogers. And man, look at the shot that Zuniga took. And then another, and still he just stands right there in front of his opponent. All right, let's see what Cody has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge Beal scores it 40-36. Judge Garcia scores it 39-37. Judge Langmeyer scores it 40-36. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, El Gallo de Oro, Lucio Zuniga!
Mr. Zuniga keeps that perfect record intact. Congratulations to the 18-year-old. Representing TLC Boxing, gonna go home with the victory. Get a word from a couple of sponsors here, and then Bailey Winters will let us know his thoughts on the fight.
I'm back here now with your winner, Lucio Zuniga. Great performance tonight, very tough opponent. How do you feel after that win?
I feel great, man. We had a strong camp. I want to thank all my sparring partners in TLC, Elijah, Lou, Joaquin, and what's his name? Christian, everybody, man. Elijah, everyone came, helped me perform, man. He said after weigh-ins, it's going to be like work, man. It sure was like work for me.
Got some really incredible head movement. He was having a hard time finding you. In the 3rd and 4th rounds, he started to find his mark a little bit, turned into a little bit of a brawl. Was that how you expected it to go?
Yeah, he was a tough opponent, but we were just trying to work the body. And make sure he gassed out by the last rounds, and then just keep going strong.
What's going to be next for you? Can we expect to see you in the ring again soon?
Yeah, maybe in July I'll be back.
All right, great performance tonight. Anyone else you want to thank while you're here?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone who came out to support me. I really appreciate it. Quiero dar las gracias a todos que vinieron a verme. Y viva Mexico. And also, most importantly, I want to thank my little nephews who always support me. David, Anthony, Levi, Tiago, all of them, man, because I do this for them.
Congratulations again. Great job.